Now, many of you will know by now that not only has ONVO L60, of course, officially launched this vehicle for the second time, but they have started deliveries of this model. I mean, for the month of September, in the last 3 days rather of September, ONVO saw total sales generated of around 832, which was something that was pretty good, interesting to see that indeed ONVO or Nio has started, Nio and ONVO has started delivering that model. Now, one of the questions that so many of the investors had over and above the order numbers is how many pre-orders did ONVO have? And I must say today, based on an article we read from Global China EV, we just finally got to the number of the total pre-orders that ONVO L60 received since of course, the first launch which took place around May of this year. I mean, the order-wise, you'll know that there is Morgan Stanley that did indicate that Nio has got over 50,000 or around 50,000 of locked orders, which is something that is pretty exciting because it means that ONVO has got solid orders of 50,000, which means something that is, which of course it's good news, it's great news because it means that ONVO needs to prepare 50,000 of the L60 to deliver to those that have placed their orders. Now, when it comes to the pre-orders figures, as soon as you notice that according to Global China EV, ONVO received 100,000 pre-orders since the first launch of May. This is something that is pretty exciting. This is amazing because it shows you or tells you the kind of a potential that lies within this car. It simply means that people really liked this car before even the second launch. People liked this car before they could actually see it, because you'll know that when you look into the stores that have been deployed in China, Nio and ONVO only reported or disclosed 100 stores by around August, and therefore by May or since May, it means that many people did not pre-ordered this car without seeing it, which is something that shows you the potential that this car has. I mean, the fact that we have now locked orders of around 50,000 as per what Morgan Stanley said, this is something that is pretty exciting, and it shows you and it tells you the potential that lies within these ONVO L60 stores. You will know that companies or big financial institutions like JP Morgan did went and visit ONVO stores, or 3 of the ONVO stores for that matter, and what they saw made them come back and reiterate a buy rating and stay with a price target of around $9 onto Nio, because they see what they saw the inflows from clients. It makes them see the success that lies within this ONVO sub brand. So I'm happy, I'm excited about this. I mean, when I read these 100,000 pre-orders, I was very excited because these pre-orders are just coming from what people saw on the internet. Some people, of course, they saw the actual cars, but yeah, some of them, they just love the cars by just from the pictures, which is something that of course is pretty exciting. It's just amazing to see the kind of love that this model or this sub brand has received from the people in China, and it is with no doubt that we'll get to see massive success coming to Nio because of this model. So I'm happy, I look forward, I am excited. Something that was very interesting this past weekend, it was when ONVO team came and said that they will do their best to make sure that they deliver all of the orders they've received thus far, which simply means that we can see or expect ONVO to sell 50,000 deliveries this year. And they say this is because the production capacity bottlenecks that they have been seeing or witnessing onto ONVO, it's quickly being resolved, which is something that just means that we can expect more deliveries to take place or more deliveries to come because of this, which is amazing, incredible to see that Nio and ONVO are resolving the bottlenecks when it comes to producing this car. I mean, one of the things that of course we read it is constituting to these bottlenecks is the chips, Qualcomm chips, which are being used on the Nio, on this ONVO car, which to know that ONVO said that they are being resolved quickly, it means that we might be also going to get some of these chips very soon, so that Nio can be able to produce and build their ONVO cars and they get delivered to the customers. You will know that ONVO comes with, of course, capabilities of battery swap, which is something that is pretty exciting. And the very same way we are seeing battery swapping stations attracting, or being one of the catalysts that attract potential customers to come into Nio, it is the very same way we'll see customers coming to ONVO, because it supports battery swapping, which is something that is incredible, something that is just amazing to see. You will know that this model L60 with bus or with battery as a service, which entails battery swapping, it costs around 149,000 RMB, whereas without bus you are looking at 206,000 RMB. So you can see that there's almost 10,000 cut off from the price of the car because of battery as a service, which entails users that buy this car going to a battery swapping station and swap the batteries in their car. So I'm happy, I'm very much excited, and I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. I think these are massive bullish news to know that ONVO has got 100,000 or over 100,000 pre-orders since its launch around May. I don't think Nio and ONVO were expecting the kind of orders they are receiving, which is why I think preparation wise they did not prepare as much, because otherwise it will be risky. Because what if you prepare an inventory of 200,000 of 50,000 cars and the orders don't come? You would have lost money, which I think it is a pretty good calculated risk, because you never know how the market will react on a car until you start actually selling the car, or until you get to see the orders coming from the car. So we need not to blame ONVO and Nio how they did this or how they are doing this, because anyway, or anyone could have done or probably used the same approach, because they never knew that ONVO will get these kind of orders they are receiving, and therefore it is for that reason that they never really got to prepare the production capacity or the production line in time. So yeah, man, blue sky is coming. Just thought I'd just give you this quick update. Do your own due diligence before you buy the Nio stock for the very first time, because let's face it, the share price wise, Nio is quite volatile, and therefore it requires you to have done some due diligence so that at least you are comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. Blue sky is coming. Do your own due diligence. That's all from me, and God bless you all.